And we are back with another DC Cinematic Universe video, and today I will be casting and telling you my ideas for a Batman reboot. The title of this reboot is Batman, the World's Greatest Detective. As you can see, I've made a little bit of a poster there, and I will go through the cast first, and then I'll talk a little bit about the plot. So, first of all, obviously, Ben Affleck will be reprising his role as Batman. Nightwing will only be mentioned in the movie. Alfred will mention him. It'll be like something, maybe even mention him twice, like maybe Bruce has to go to some meeting, and Alfred will be like, "Would you like me to call Master Dick or Master Grayson or Nightwing?" Any of the three works. And then also when Batman's in like the main battle or whatever, Alfred also asks him, "Would you like me to call Master Dick?" I'm pretty sure is what he would usually call him. But and then obviously Alfred will be played by Jeremy Irons, reprising his role. And, I think this was an interesting casting choice, but I also think it was a good one. He does have a British accent, and I think he'll be able to pull this off. And then, Lieutenant or Commissioner James Gordon will be played by Bruce Willis. And I know I casted him as Ty Burrell earlier, but I really had a change of heart because I decided, Bruce Willis, well, not necessarily Bruce Willis, but I wanted Commissioner James Gordon to be somebody that at a certain part, because there is no sidekick Nightwing or Robin in this movie, and the reason for that is mainly because I always feel the first movie or first two movies should be Batman by himself, but I wanted it to really be somebody who could fight alongside Batman, not much, but a bit. And Bruce Willis, I feel, is he's big and he can probably hold his own in a fight. And as you can see, here's a picture of him being a sheriff, I think, in a new TV show, and he actually looks decently like Commissioner James Gordon. And then I cast Harvey Dent as John Hamm, and I'll explain why he will be Harvey Dent in this movie later. But first of all, I just love this casting choice, and I'll put a picture of him here. And one of the main reasons I casted him is because in Mad Men, he kind of acted a little bit like a politician, a little bit, not necessarily, but kind of like a politician, and Harvey Dent is a politician. He also has the perfect look, and I really like this choice. So, next up, we have our villains, which is Hugo Strange. Bryan Cranston will be playing Hugo Strange, and I have two main reasons for this. And one is because of his performance in Breaking Bad. He's also a really pivotal actor, but in Breaking Bad, he was kind of like he was kind of crazy. He was kind of like a doctor because of the way he created the meth and stuff. And here's a picture right here that I created as him as the villain, as Hugo Strange. So, and the other reason is because he was just, if you've seen Cold Comes the Night, I haven't seen it, I watched a bunch of clips though. He's a very brutal person in most of it, and and he also has a similar accent to Hugo Strange, so he can also pull off the accent. Next up is Calendar Man, and I cast Jim Parsons as Calendar Man. Now, I really had to think hard about who would play Calendar Man, and the reason I cast Jim Parsons is because I really feel he could play a quirky, dark character that can snap in just a second. Like, even in The Big Bang Theory when he played Sheldon, Sheldon would be laughing and then he'd be serious in like 10 seconds. Not 10, in like a second flat. That's what you need for Calendar Man, and I think he can really pull that off. And next up is Lex Luthor will be in the movie somewhat as a cameo. He will be once again played by Jesse Eisenberg. I really liked this casting choice, but some people aren't on par with it. Alright, now we'll get a little bit into the plot. So, the first main thing is that Bruce Wayne will be leading a campaign against Arkham Asylum, to shut it down throughout the whole movie. And he's being helped by Harvey Dent on the legal side, and Commissioner James Gordon is also helping, because he's a police officer and he's pretty high up. He does have some authority. So, and also Hugo Strange is the director or president of Arkham Asylum, so he's the highest up. And I was also thinking about maybe Harleen Quinzel is an intern there. That is something they could pull off. And you could also have when say Bruce Wayne's going to the asylum to look around, he's being it's a tour led by Hugo Strange is showing him around. You hear a Joker laugh. That would be a really cool cameo. And so those are two ways you could sneak characters in that. And then so Hugo Strange now just hates Bruce Wayne because he's trying to shut down Arkham Asylum, and that is Hugo Strange's life. So he hates Bruce Wayne, which will lead into something later. And Hugo Strange also has an obsession with Batman, as he does in the comics. Eventually, at one point in the comics, he even tries to become the Batman. But to find out more about the Batman, he lets out Calendar Man on every holiday and kind of tapes it and documents what Batman does. And this also really helps with the detective part. He really has to figure out, first of all, who's behind Calendar Man getting out of Arkham Asylum, and if it's even Calendar Man. And the other big thing is, who is it? Because he does not know that it is Calendar Man, and we probably won't until later on in the movie either. And then so that would be really cool. And then an extra feature on the DVD could be what would you call that? The interview or whatever, the interview or therapy tapes between Julian Day and Hugo Strange, because it would be really interesting to see what they say there. And then, what else? Oh, and it's also somewhat to distract Batman, so Hugo Strange can have more time to figure out who he is. And then, what else do I have? So, eventually Hugo Strange will discover that Batman is Bruce Wayne, like he does in the comics. I'm not sure how we'll put it together. He can use height and stuff. He can use who's the richest person in Gotham, who can buy all this equipment. There's so many different ways, and he can even see similarities between personalities maybe. So, and now he just utterly hates the Batman because he's mixed an obsession with hate, because he hates Bruce Wayne, and now he just wants to get rid of him. And he releases Calendar Man on the next holiday, which could be Halloween. I don't know. That could be a nod to somewhat the comics, like the Long Halloween. But and he says, he tells Calendar Man, if you don't kill Batman, I will not let you back out. So that's where you have the big battle and stuff with Calendar Man, and then he has to track down Hugo Strange after making the Calendar Man talk. And the reason the Calendar Man is found is because he's trying so hard to kill him, because he's obsessed with doing these twisted things on holidays. And obviously, Calendar Man, especially played by Jim Parsons, won't be very physical, so he loses that battle, obviously. And then just some notes, I guess, are throughout the whole movie, Wayne Enterprises will be at battle with Luthor Corp. And the reason I call it Luthor Corp is because, it's always been one of my pet peeves. Who names their company LexCorp? Like, that would be me calling my company Cameron Corp. Like, Beard Corp? Okay, now that's fine. But, Cameron Corp, like, it doesn't work. Nobody names a company after their first name. Maybe Lex Luthor Corp. That would work, but Luthor Corp is better. And I was also thinking maybe you could have a Lois Lane interview. That would be a way to mix it in a bit, just show that the universes are indefinitely connected, and maybe even like a press conference with Luthor and Wayne. You see Jimmy Olsen, who I want Jonah Hill to play. I want Jonah Hill to play Jimmy Olsen. You could see Jimmy Olsen and Clark and Lois Lane all there, like, taking pictures and notes and stuff. So that's how you could incorporate that. And at the end of the movie, I guess you could maybe have Arkham Asylum shut down, but at the end of the movie, like the very end, Harvey Dent would become Two-Face. And I showed you the picture of what's his name? Of John Hamm as Two-Face, and it looks pretty good. So, thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. Definitely let me know what you think about this movie plan. If you want me to do like a sequel, then let me know, and let me know how many movies you want me to do. I'll do a movie for about any villain, and so like any DC character though. It has to be DC. I really like doing DC characters, and so I'll try and do maybe a Batman trilogy if you guys want that. Alright, so thanks for watching, guys.